In September 2016, Laurence Jackson School, Gisborough, moves into its new premises, and on June the 23rd this year there was the final production, Make a New Tomorrow, in the old school hall. It brought back memories of so many wonderful productions of the past, 58 years is it since they moved in there? Yes. And of the all the time and effort that teachers in the music and drama departments, together with the other members of staff and parents who were involved in making them such a success. They were wonderful evenings. And on Saturday the 1st of July we got the opportunity to wander around the old buildings for the last time before the whole place is bulldozed into oblivion. We also got a quick tour of the new school, or parts of the new school. There were so many memories. It was lovely to meet so many former pupils from my 32 years of teaching there. Where has the time gone? One has to ask. Returning and looking closely at the old buildings, I realised just how decrepit they had become, and a new school has been long overdue. When wandering around the old school, it was surprising what stirred the memories. The labels I wrote for the cupboards in my lab when it was first built 36 years ago, they're still there, including one on a cupboard for stationery which I'd misspelt. I spelled stationery using an A as opposed to stationery using an E. The air had been rubbed out and it was still waiting to be corrected.
Just coming to my old lab and I've still got labels in my handwriting on all the cupboards. I don't suppose there's a Buckner apparatus. I don't suppose people know what a Buckner apparatus is. Amazing. And on this bench there's even the mark of the holes where the observation beehive used to be.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And there were the remains of a eucalyptus tree, which we planted in the priory room. And it grew so quickly that the branches at the top started lifting the roof off. And one of them we couldn't get out, so we had to saw it off at both ends and blow me. It's still there. I mean, that must be 40 years ago since that happened.
And this is the priory room. When the school was first built, this was a garden area, and then in 1969 it was roofed over and made into a dining room cum classroom. It was absolutely freezing cold in the winter time. But the interesting thing about this place is that we planted this up with various plants to make it look more attractive, one of which was a eucalyptus tree. And it grew about 10 feet a year, and one year one of the branches pushed its way between the main joist and the roof, and 20 years later, if not 30 years later, the blooming thing's still there. We couldn't get it out. We just had to saw it off at both ends.
There was also in the priory room was the original drinking fountain, although the tap is now missing.
This is the original where you queued up to get your water. There used to be a tap in there. Long since gone. It's still got the copper sink.
Then there was the sign which the original headmaster, Joe Morgan, had put at the entrance to his office. He was sick of people just wandering in and out, ringing the bell and going in. So he put this little sign up. I don't think it's ever been used since 1977, but it's still there. And then in the gym, there was a little door which led to under the stage. And I seem to remember it was absolutely piled high with boxes of the all black canvas gym shoes. They were brand new. Where they went, I don't know. And it was well known as a place to hide by reprobates. Not realise it, of course, until it was too late. That it was the only way out.
This is the original gymnasium, and it's still got the original ropes, 2 sets of the original beams, which you can see on the photographs of the 1958 when the school was opened. There were children in here on these beams, and the wall bars. But I suspect that the horse and the whatever the other, well, there's a box there over there. You can see one of the boxes over there with these 2 vaults over. They're still here, the part of the original equipment. And it has this wonderful floor. Goodness knows what's going to happen to it. But the other interesting thing in here was this little door under here, which is covered up, leads to under the stage, which is quite an interesting place to go. And a few kids have discovered it as well.
And all the honours boards with the names of so many pupils marking their achievements. What will happen to them, I don't know. I hope it's transferred to the new school. Then I came across a copy of the LP, Smile and Other Expressions, the music department made for the Silver Jubilee in 1983, which involved 300 pupils, which seems to have been forgotten about. I suspect there are copies tucked away, but I just came across mine the other day. And then was the desktop folk art, which I rescued from a skip, at least 25 years ago. Just as a reminder that it hadn't all been sweetness and light.
Anyway, for posterity. You've been in here a long, long time.
30 odd years, yeah.
So this is the old library. Well, it's not the old library. It's the third library in the school since the school was open. It used to be in room 15 on the ground floor, and then it moved to the bottom of E block in 1969. And then when this was built in the 80s, the library was moved into here. And now it's about to disappear. Unfortunately it's locked, but this was one of the art rooms. And there was a pottery in the room next door. And there was a kiln in the prep room in between. But I suppose all that's gone. So this is the main corridor in Laurence Jackson School. This is the open day, July the 2nd, after which it will be pulled down. If we turn round, that's looking down the administration corridor. Well, I'm in the Science Lab 4, and this was the best view from the old school, which will disappear all too quickly. And you can see Rosebery Top in there in the distance, over the top of what was the youth annex. But the science labs in the new school have the best views, at least most of them do, because they're on the west end of the building. So they will get the same view as this. There's High Cliff. There's High Cliff, and there is Rosebery Topping. So this is the new school, and this is everybody who's waiting for a tour on the day. This is the first view of the new school. Amazing.
Watch out.
Absolutely amazing.
So this is the library.
This is the main corridor in the new school. As long, if not longer, than the main corridor in the old school.
Welcome to the main hall. Okay, this is where assembly.
Temporary chairs at the back.
It's actually 9 square metres bigger than what we've currently got. Bit of an illusion, but it is. It's 9 square metres. What I've got.
So this is the first floor corridor. A wonderful view of the hills. So this is the new school uniform. Back to blazers for both boys and girls. Very, very smart. And also they're reintroducing the house system. But I don't think the house names are, in fact, the same. I think they've changed the names of the houses.
The new school facilities are quite magnificent. And after at least, I would think a couple of decades, if not more, it's pleasing to me anyway to see the return of blazers as part of the new school uniform. Similarly, houses are being brought back. They disappeared years ago, but I think the names have been changed to reflect the times. Rather than being tucked conveniently away upstairs in the road corridor, away from the action, as in the old school, the return of the senior managers' offices to the front line, as it were, with a single pupil's entrance. Pupils have to walk past the headmaster's office, is another welcome return. And the state-of-the-art security cameras covering all the nooks and crannies. That will certainly discourage the miscreants. It's been very well thought out to make sure that those kids who want to succeed, irrespective of their ability, will have the maximum chance to do so. However, schools aren't just about buildings. They're about people and commitment. And it'll be a great place to teach and learn. I meet too many pupils who so much regret wasting their time at school. So I hope the pupils appreciate and make the most of the opportunities Laurence Jackson School gives them, so that in 50 years' time they can look back at the good times just as we have done. There's so much to live up to, and I wish everyone in the new building every success for the future. I mean, if you want to know more about the history of Laurence Jackson School, there's an archive of 18 more videos on YouTube. You just search for Charlie Farley 2, Laurence Jackson School, and they should come up. People keep asking me, why Charlie Farley 2? Well, it's too long a story. Take care. Cheerio.